coming into this game 12-3. Eastern coming in at 10-8. Lanesville with a second rating about 79 and Eastern about 66. So Lanesville definitely the favorite so far today. But I know that our girls are going to be ready to go. They want to make a statement about this sectional. We think we can win the sectional, and all roads seem to go through Lanesville at this moment. I think we've got there's definitely some talent in our sectional, but Lanesville is going to be one of the ones there on the top to beat. So I got a chance to make a statement about how ready we are. Just a couple of weeks left. We're going to see these girls again, I imagine, in just a few weeks.
Absolutely, yeah. Lanesville, two-time state champion in 1A. They have 3 seniors back from that run, and Hadley Crozier, the Allen girl, the Brumley girl. Those 3 are winners. They know how to win. They've won at the highest level for the past 2 years. And they're going to be tough to beat. Of course, you got a Hall of Fame coaching staff there, 2 Hall of Famers with Angie and Joe Henn on the staff. So Lanesville's definitely the front runner or the favorite, in our sectional. And I guess we consider ourselves as a contender, dark horse. Crawford County's really coming on lately. I think they beat West Washington the other night by 30.
Right.
They have a really nice player in the Stroud girl, and Chris does a real good job down there. And then Providence has played pretty well as of late, and lost by 2 to Charlestown last night. So there's 4 teams there that are all kind of in the mix, I'd say, for the most part. But until you knock off the champion, Lanesville's kind of like Ric Flair. You got to beat the man, you got to beat the man, and right now that's who they are. They're the champs.
This game gets underway, and no surprise, Lanesville's going with Crozier, Brumley, Allen, and that's going to be Magner. And then who's the last one? Sayer. That's going to be their starting 5. And they're going to find Allen on the inside. He's going to get an easy 2.
And so we've D'ing up Crozier and Brumley pretty hard right there. But, Allen's a load and set a little high ball screen, and we switched it and got sent on the high side of it. And if that happens, it's going to be a long day guarding Allen, because we're giving up several inches, and she's strong and physical. And it's just going to be, we can't get caught on the high side of that on a switch. We got to get underneath that and keep her above the volleyball line.
Lanesville in kind of this 1-3-1, 1-1-3 zone look. That's going to be Avery with the 3. With kind of a 1-1-3 look, get a jump ball. Eastern able to get Avery on the 3. Eastern in a 1-2-2. Seeing if we can't get some pressure out top. They get the ball inside to Allen. Allen kicks out. That's going to be to Crozier. Crozier pulls up in the lane. She's going to knock one down for 2.
I like the idea of the 1-2-2, forcing Crozier or Brumley to give the ball up, but we have to cover the middle. Cannot let the ball get in the middle, whether off the dribble or to Allen. If that happens, then that defense breaks down.
Addie Smith's going to fire for 3. She's going to put one down.
Got to keep it out of the middle. That's good look there. We're shooting the ball well to start with. That's promising.
Crozier gets it over to
Magner. In the middle, though, again.
Magner gets it in to Brumley. Brumley's going to get it back out to Crozier. Fires for 3. No good.
And then when they miss, we have to get the defensive rebound. We cannot let them have second and third chances.
You cannot let Allen just have easy looks. Eastern gets the ball down the corner to Hunter. She fires for 3. No good.
Yeah, that's a good shot for Katie. She's been making those. Her feet get set. Feel really good about her shooting the ball.
Crozier brings it up the other way. Gets it down to the corner. After Brumley fires for 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Crozier. Not able to put the second attempt back.
So what Lanesville's doing right there, when we get a defensive rebound, they almost press you off the miss.
Right.
They jam you up so you can't get out and run, which is a strength of ours.
Addie on the drive.
And we got to use that against them. We got to get the ball out quick and then attack, because at that point you're going to have 4-on-3.
On the other end, Addie Smith drives in the lane, little 10-footer, no good. Lanesville gets back out the other end, gets it into Allen. Back out's going to be there to Magner on the wing, no good. She fires 3, she's going to get her own rebound.
Can't give up offensive rebounds.
Gets out, Crozier's going to fire for 3, also no good. Rebound, Sydney Burton.
They got too many weapons to let them have multiple chances.
Eastern looking to push a little bit, and in that transition, they're going to get Sayer there with a foul. Just kind of runs into Addie there on the sideline.
I like pushing a lot, honestly, for two reasons. One, Lanesville doesn't have a lot of depth, and we want to get their three studs huffing and puffing.
Well, Lanesville's only going to play about 6.
Yeah, they have no depth really, and then if we really want to keep Allen stuck on the eagle there.
On the inbound, Burton gets a good look, not able to convert. Lanesville's going to come away with it. Gets the ball into Allen. Allen one against Burton. Burton gets the strip. It's going to be out of bounds. Again, you're right. You can't catch that ball down there below the volleyball line and expect to have an easy night.
Yeah, we have to play above. When she's above the volleyball line, we got to be between her and the basket and stay low and just keep her from getting. And she's still going to pull her way in there because she is a load.
Gets the ball into Crozier. She's going to get it out to Magner. Magner fires the three. No good.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Mercy.
Burton with a fantastic block out and just gets taken to the ground by Allen. Now on the other end, again, we got to get back. They're going to have that's A.J. James checks in. She had a layup, missed it.
So right there, when you get that board, you're going to have to be strong with it because they're coming to press you off that rebound, and then if you can get over top of it, we can run.
Avery Smith's going to pull up, middle lane, no good. Rebound Lanesville. Crozier looking to push the She's going to go coast to coast.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
And they're going to get Burton there for a foul.
She's got a really good right hand in and out move, and she just pulled that right there. You've got to sit on her right hand. Not that she can't go left, but
that's one of those
really good to right.
If Sydney's going to make that, you just can't let her get shot off.
Yeah, you got to get
you kind of make it. Yeah, you gave a little bit of a swipe right there, and just not going to be enough. Yeah, he missed the free throw. It's going to be 6-6. About halfway through this first quarter.
You can't have those.
Avery lost the handle of the ball. Ended up going to be a steal there by Crozier.
Crozier is similar in a way.
That's going to be Brumley fire for three, no good.
So Richardson for this team. Richardson, at Scottsburg. Now, Richardson's I don't want to say she's all left, but she is exceptional left.
She's 90% left.
And you got to make her beat you right. Crozier is exceptional to the right, and you got to make her beat you left.
Eastern advances the ball up to Robbins. She's going to get fouled going out of bounds. That foul's going to be on Brumley. Eastern gets it into Avery Smith.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, a lot of contact. Avery unable to finish.
Got to stop the ball and make her go left.
Crozier he's kind of just going right through there, being guarded there by Bailey Robbins. Robbins holds the standing. Crozier just runs her over, and a good call there by the official. Comes in offensive foul on Hadley Crozier.
So I guess the way of putting it for Crozier, like Richardson, is she's determined to go to that strong hand,
exactly.
And Bailey held her ground on that right shoulder and was able to get the charge. That was a good job.
Again, Lanesville kind of in this 1-1-3. It's kind of just this awkward zone look.
You're going to have to use a lot of pass fakes, ball fakes, and glances because Crozier reads your eyes, and she's playing to steal the basketball and get her hands on it.
Robbins just a little careless with the basketball. Crozier gets a piece of it. Ended up getting a jump ball, but it's going to be Lanesville basketball, almost just like a turnover, even though it's a jump ball. Robbins she's got to make a decision. And I think that one of the things that's plagued her is she's indecisive.
Yes.
And it's not always the wrong decision. It's just not making a decision. And all of a sudden now.
Sometimes you use the fake and you attack the seams.
Lanesville moves the ball around, gets a two there by James. Allen on the offensive rebound. Blocked there by Sydney Burton. Rebounded by Robbins, looking to run.
We need to look to push because
the ball in the middle to Burton. Burton fires good from the free throw lane. She's going to put one in. There, that little free throw jumper. Good recognition there. Good rebound to go. Going to be Crozier. Gets it up sideline there to James.
Again,
gets it into Brumley. Brumley just too easy. And there's free throw line.
Did any of their three studs get the ball at the free throw line? We're probably going to get scored on, just because they're great decision makers and they're highly skilled kids, and just going to be tough.
Addie Smith gets it over to Trainer, who just checked in. They get it into Burton, back out to Robbins. Robbins thought about a three. No,
we've got to get there. Burton people around the ball there. We got to get the ball reversed.
Burton gets the ball to Addie, to Avery, back to Trainer, back out to Addie Smith. Burton's going to fire for three. A little deeper than what we probably like.
So that's one of those we settled. There's no shot clock. We were wearing them down, and we kind of let them off the hook.
Crozier on the drive, gets into the lane, No good. She kind of does that pull up, and Robbins on her hip kind of runs into her from behind. They're going to call Bailey Robbins there for a foul.
This is Becky White.
My apologies, folks.
We got to remember there's no shot clock. We do want to push the ball, but when we can get an opportunity in transition and wear them, but then when we get them in the half court, we want to grind them and keep wearing them down until we get a really great shot. Don't let them off the hook just because we don't get a quick fast break opportunity.
Rogers' first free throw is good. They take a 1-point lead. Again, 2:13 to play. Lanesville up 9-8 right now. Rogers' second free throw is no good. Rebounded there by Burton. Gets the ball up to Robbins. Robbins. Oh, I didn't know she just moved the trainer there in the corner. Robbins had a three. Didn't like it. Burton turns the ball over. Again, I don't know what she's thinking there. Again, I think she's just a little indecisive. Makes too much of a move.
But she never faced up. She's looking over her shoulder.
There at the other end, Avery comes away with a steal. I can't tell if they're going to call a foul on Avery or if they're going to call a foul on White.
That was definitely Avery had the ball in her hands. That's a four call. She had the ball in her hands, and the girl grabbed her arm.
It was kind of a lazy pass by the Eagles. Avery comes away with a steal, and there was some contact there at the end of that play. They're going to get Avery Smith for her first foul.
Of course, I have a great view up here in the crow's nest, the Eagles' nest up here, but Avery had the ball on the steal, and then the girl grabbed her from behind, and the contact was initiated by the Lanesville player grabbing Avery.
They're going to get Burton for her second foul. They're trying to get the ball into Allen, and they sailed it over her head about 3 feet, and it didn't look like Burton was grabbing, but Bishop is going to get her for it. Jackson's going to check in.
It kind of goes back. It's tough to play here. Tough to win here. It's too easy.
Yeah, nice cut there. Trojan might have got away with a little bit of a grab and pull, but she cuts the basket and gets an open layup, 11-8, favors the Lady Eagles.
So the Lanesville kids are good at using their physicality. There's a foul. Oh, get in there. Count that. Not going to get that NBA continuation, but that was pretty nice.
Addie Smith gets in the lane. Nice little dump there to Avery. Avery almost had an and-one. They're going to get, that's going to be 32. That's going to be Allen just for her first. No shot. They're going to say that was on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice, if NBA, that would have been a sweet play.
100%. And even now, it seems like that's the way it is in college now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good ball movement there by Eastern. It's going to be Addie Smith for three.
So likewise, like what we talked about on this end, with Lanesville getting the ball to the high post, if we can get the ball to the high post and be able to facilitate, we can get ourselves some decent looks too.
Lanesville able to find Brumley there in the high post. She's able to knock down a little 15-footer.
Both defenses, the high post is the initial pass.
Avery Smith for three. No good. Rebound out.
It's the key point. It's where we want to get the ball, or both teams want to get the ball. That's where the offense is going to be created from.
Crozier bring it the other way. Tries to get the ball into Allen.
That's good.
Gracie holding her ground. She's going to get a jump ball there.
Gracie played that exactly how you want. Yes. She didn't let her get below the volleyball line.
Allen was going to try to get to her spot on the block, and Gracie held her ground. Kind of jarred Allen just a little bit. And that ball came a little hotter than she thought. Gracie ties her up. It'll be Eastern basketball.
That was good. Gracie got low and used her leverage. She's strong, and she didn't let Allen get below that volleyball line. Because once she gets it below that volleyball line, it's probably money in the bank.
The other thing I always say from a post player standpoint is not that you're trying to be dirty or physical, but they need to feel your presence, And the more times that happens, the less likely they're going to keep doing it. When they go in there unscathed and untouched and my coach always said you got to duck them. When they can just come in there and do what they want, guess what? They're going to keep doing it, And
that's right.
You come in there with contact enough times, that's not fun. That's not a pleasant feeling. Good ball movement there by Eastern there at the end of the quarter. Gets the ball to Trainer in the corner. Fires for three, no good. Lanesville makes a desperation attempt. And in the first quarter, Eastern down 13-11 against the defending state champions. We're going to cut the commercial break. We'll be right back.
5 times national champions, 22 conference championships, 3 on the way. Yes! 17 Big Ten players of the year. Throws up a shot. and 7 basketball Hall of Famers and countless memories on the court.
Trace, what's it up?
This is Indiana Hoosiers basketball.
And we're back here from Lanesville High School. The Lady Musketeers going up against the Eagles. Lanesville up 13-11 at the end of the first quarter. That first quarter, Eastern doing everything you kind of wanted them to do. Offensively, maybe let a couple plays slip away and a couple silly turnovers. And some of that, I think, is just indecisiveness. But on the other end, I feel like maybe other than a couple plays, the Eastern doing what they needed to do defensively to make this thing happen.
Did some good stuff and a good promising first quarter, yeah. One thing about Crozier, she is looking to steal the ball. She's reading your eyes and put the ball in front of her. She's very active. So you cannot be lazy with the basketball at all around her. You got to really value it. And that's a couple possessions got away there. We've had some good looks. You know, I think getting the ball into the free throw line and that where their conference logo, the SAC area is at.
Right.
And then not necessarily looking to score it there unless you're wide open for a 15-footer, but looking to facilitate and kick out the shooters and get those kick-out threes. We've had some success with that.
I think that's the place where you've got to see how is Lanesville going to defend that high post, and that's going to dictate what shots we're going to be able to get.
Definitely.
Who we're going to be able to isolate or those kind of things.
Definitely. And Allen kind of just stands there on that volleyball line, and she's a rim protector. And
good ball movement there by Lanesville. They're going to stop Brumley on the cut to the basket. We got a trap. I don't think we rotated over.
Yeah, that was that was good offense. I mean,
You're right. Crozier seems to get her hand on about everything.
She really reads the ball well. We're talking about you cannot expose the ball to Lanesville. They are trained to get their hands on the basketball.
I feel like that's just a quick call for me personally.
It's a little quick, but we also put it right there for her.
Correct. I don't think the trainer's going to be able to rip that ball out of Allen's hands. But Robin's going to fire for three. He's going to put one in.
Good shot.
Eastern looking to extend some full court pressure here. Crozier makes. I thought Avery's going to get that one. Gets the ball down to Allen. Breaks the press. Again, got a trap there. That's a weak ball. They're going.
But what Brumley did there, she got the ball in the power position and was strong and pivoted through the trap, and that's something that we got to do a little better job on this end, and that protects the basketball.
And she's low.
Yeah,
actually smothered the ball and was able to split that trap, and
yeah,
she's going to be able to get right through that contact. Meanwhile, gets the ball on the inbound. Brumley's going to get a three in the corner. She's going to put it in.
Can't let her. She's probably out of the three. I mean, Crozier can shoot it too. Brumley's definitely out of the three, probably the best.
Hunter fires the three, no good.
Beats that.
Jackson keeps that rebound alive. Hunter trying to drive baseline.
We got to make ourselves available, guys. Hunter really kind of ran out of real estate, didn't have anywhere to go, and we just kind of stood and watched her get in trouble, and got to come make ourselves available and give her a pass.
And although you hate Jackson to make that foul, but I think if she doesn't foul, it's going to be a layup.
Great
foul. Be a layup on the other end.
That saved us. But it saved us, allowed us to set the D up.
Again, I guess I don't feel like I've seen this in the previous games, but I just feel like Katie's just a little indecisive. She had a little bit of pressure on her, but just didn't know exactly what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden she picks it up, and now we're in trouble. Meanwhile, Lane's the other side. That's going to be Sayer. Fires from about 15, no good. So that's going to be an offensive rebound there. Crozier's going to get right to the rim, and she's going to go to the line.
So that offensive rebound, they say 70% of rebounds go to the weak side. And so when you're in a zone, you've got to flood to that side and be ready to board it. And we didn't get anyone. There wasn't anybody there. And I can't remember who got the board, but that's a big play.
Oh, Allen tipped it.
Allen tipped it. That's a big play. It's a three-point play. Avery's second foul, because usually on a scramble like that, that's what happens. So
WSLN.
Each gets the ball to Hunter. She's going to drive into the line. Oh, a lot of contact there.
That's tough. That's tough right there.
A lot of contact. I think Allen's in a good spot, but there's still just a ton of contact there. Ball ended up being tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Eastern basketball underneath the basket.
And we got Sydney and Avery with two. Down 7. Don't want to let it get any further away here.
Get the ball into Robbins. She's going to fire for three, kind of just makes her own shot. Bronner checked into the game for Avery, who got two. Rebound Lanesville. Gets up to Crozier on the wing. Crozier being guarded by Addie Smith. Eastern kind of in a man-to-man now. It looks like I lied. They're kind of in a 2-3 or
that's man. They're in man.
Okay, never mind. Bracey was sagging off. Okay.
Yeah.
They get the ball in there to Brumley inside. And again, we just end up on the wrong side of the man. Well, instead of playing her on the top side, we got on the bottom side. They made a nice entry to the lane. She's able to go finish.
Well, we're in real dangerous territory at the moment. We found it. We're down 9, about to maybe go down 10. We got Sydney and Avery on the bench in foul trouble with 2 fouls. They're just going to exploit Brumley, and Brumley can go in. All 3 of them can play inside out, and they're just going to exploit us. We've got 2 of our stronger players down, on the bench right now.
And Lanesville's going to come away with a steal here. Gets the ball up to Sayer. Gets it back. That's going to be out from Magner. It's over to Crozier. Crozier going to try to get into the lane.
She's just so determined to get to her right hand. She gets there. It's over.
She gets all the way to the rim.
You cannot let her go right.
In Lanesville, there was a 2-point game at the quarter. Extends to 12 pretty quickly. 26-14 in favor of the Lanesville Eagles. We're going to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back.
What a weekend for Purdue basketball. They're the all-time leader in Big Ten titles. They play right here all year long. You don't want to miss a single game of Boiler Ball this year. The play here. They want to
It's a whole different ballgame when you're a post defender versus a guard defender.
Absolutely.
You know, guard defenders can get those deflections and get those kind of things, whereas in the post, they're going to call that way more often.
Yeah.
And Sydney's got to learn that because, you know, you think of how many times this year, you know, she's been in foul trouble, and it's all those kind of calls, you know. Where
being disciplined enough to keep your fingers to the ceiling and absorb the hit. And
meanwhile, Crozier hits both of those. Easton's trying to get the ball up the sideline and goes right over Katie Hunter's head.
Katie, you know, Addie was anticipating Katie. That play is designed. Katie is supposed to be in that deep corner, and she was up too high. Addie turned and threw the ball, anticipating the ball being a corner pass, and Katie was more on the wing, and it just hit her too high.
Lanesville able to break the press, gets back down. That's going to be James for three.
Bank that in the corner.
No good.
So we need to settle down right here. We really need to settle down and get a good look. Got to have a little composure, watch our passes.
Ball gets into Avery Smith. They're
nice
in the lane, nice up and under, and that is 1,000% a foul there. Somebody hits her arm. She had a great pump fake, and gets through.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to call, Jake, because it's hard to watch and see that.
But just Allen ran by her. Allen didn't touch her, but then the next girl definitely hits her arm. It's an easy call, and that's going to be the other way. They're going to get Allen for that call.
So finally, they got Allen with an elbow in somebody's face. Bracy took one in her face, and they were watching for it. So they're at least aware of it now. Yeah. That's only her second foul, which is kind of amazing in its own right.
So 2:10 to play. Eastern down by 10. Again, you got to keep this thing in single digits going into the halftime. Can we get two stops, two buckets? Can we cut this thing to 5 or 6? Addie, nice drive, gets into the lane, no good.
Come up with their own rebound.
Nice little runner there.
Man,
Addie driving baseline. That's going to be a foul there on Sayer.
That's
again, Addie, two nice plays there. Again, like to get that runner, execute that runner. It didn't happen. Gets the ball into Avery Smith.
You have to come meet the pass.
Avery gets it out to Hunter. Hunter over to Bracy Jackson. Jackson out. Avery Smith's going to drive.
You just can't be. You
Crozier
can't
gets
be
to the deflection there
around Crozier. You just cannot. She will get a fingertip on the ball and deflect it.
And I don't think that's where Jackson's going to be the best used is making a drive.
So Emma
Allen
getting after it there. Emma went and boxed Allen out really hard, which kind of gave her a little bit of her own medicine. But of course, they're now really watching the trenches down here, and Emma got a foul there, which it was a foul.
Bronner's going to pick up her first. I think the initial block that was great. just stopped.
He was excessive.
She's out of bounds, and then she's just excessive there at the end.
She probably doesn't have a short-term memory of about 5 minutes ago when she got elbowed in the mug, and we gave it back to her a little bit.
Allen's first free throw is no good. In Lanesville with a 10-point advantage, 1:19 to play here in the second quarter.
Got to hold your box out.
Come up with it. No good.
You got to come up with it. You can't. That's the thing.
Crozier gets a piece of it, and then all of a sudden she's going to come away with it.
I mean, when you get your hands on that leather, you've got to snatch it to a power position, or they're going to try to knock it loose even on a rebound. You got to protect all the way.
Ball out to Crozier. They're trying to find Allen inside. Crozier gets by him.
Now Crozier did go left there, but had pretty much a straight line attack on it.
They're going to get that one on number 32. That's going to be Bronner, her second.
So I think we tried to force her left, but we just pretty much give it to her, and she can certainly beat you. Like we got to shade her to go left. If you give her the straight line drive left, it's not like she can't go left.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You just cannot. You got to almost put your sternum on her right shoulder and just shade her that way. And even then, it's tough because she's so determined to get right.
Second one's no good. Honor looking to push. Eastern down by 11. I think that's going to be there on Magner.
That's a good attack, but still not in the bonus.
It's going to be on point. Yeah, it's Madeline Magner. They're going to give Allen a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, probably also to protect her. She's got two on her.
Yeah, they don't want a third with the
belly. They want to get her third at this point.
Ball into Robbins. Eastern's going to call a timeout, try to run a set here.
You have to probably run it off the side now.
We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back into this first half.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated at 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
And we're back here, 49 seconds to play in this first half. Eastern Lady Musketeers down 18-29 against the defending state champions, Lanesville Eagles. Really, it seems like an 11-point lead, but I think it's a closer game than what maybe on the scoreboard. A couple opportunities probably cuts this thing to 3 or 4. Obviously, we didn't like a few calls, but both teams being physical and really getting after, you can tell. Both teams came here to play today. Lanesville may have overestimated us or underestimated us just a little bit, and Eastern giving them everything they want right now.
Yeah, we've certainly done some really good things. Just again, I think at halftime you got to talk about you cannot be nonchalant around Crozier with the basketball.
Right.
She's created some of those turnovers. She just created one right there.
They're going to get Honor for a carry.
I think offensively we got to figure out who can facilitate out of the middle of that zone and find ways to get it to them. And then, like I said, I'm not so sure that you maybe face up and present like you're going to score. And if you're there, maybe you have it. But for the most part, you're thinking, I'm looking for shooters. We've had success on kick-out threes. Honestly, that's where most of our points have come from, I believe. You're not getting anything going to the rack.
Go to the right. She's going to drive and kick. Finds Magner for 3. No good. It's going to be Allen gets the offensive board.
And there it is on the weak side. The weak side, you got to get there because 7 out of 10 rebounds are going to go over there most.
There's so they say. We were inviting her to go to the right, and she gets by a man, forcing somebody to help. Now they're getting a wide open 3.
Exactly.
And it's just too easy for her to get by her man. Allen's going to put in her first free throw.
That would be the other thing. We really just got to almost just sit on her right hand. Just we made that adjustment at halftime against Richardson, and Scottsburg made her go right, so she's so left-handed, and we contained her that whole second half against them and was able to kind of fight back in that game a little bit. She creates pretty much everything for them besides the post entries, and
well, you look there was a chance with about 3 minutes left. Goodness gracious. Addie on the drive. She's going to get hit pretty good. She puts it up. It's not good. A lot of contact there by Sayer.
Yeah, that was
5 seconds left to play.
Pretty rough.
Lanesville trying to get a shot there at the buzzer. That's going to be 3, no good. Crozier's going to get that rebound. They're going to call that one off. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Lanesville with a 31-18 lead over the Lady Musketeers. We'll cut to a couple commercials. We'll be right back with thoughts on the first half.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Do you wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Joint replacement at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine makes it easier than you think. Schneck is proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at SchneckOrtho.com.
And we're back here at Lanesville High School. Lady Musketeer basketball down 13 at the half against Lanesville Eagles. Just some quick stats from the first half. No surprise for the Eagles. Crozier ends up with 15 in that first half. Her average is 13. She averages 13 a game. I just looked at 8. So Crozier, Brumley, and Allen, all 3 averaging right at 13 points a game. So Crozier at 15, Brumley at 12, and Allen at 4. So we've been able to keep Allen at bay, and you can tell they're trying to get her the ball. I feel like we've done a pretty good job defensively on her. Where she's probably hurt us the most is getting that tip rebound, getting that second chance, tipping that ball to another guard so they can get another possession. But really, it's been Hadley Crozier kind of doing her thing in this first half.
Yeah, we've done a good job on Allen overall, and honestly, I mean, the people Gardner have taken a lot of abuse from her. She's super physical and uses she presents her hands really well, and it appears like she just presents her hands, but she clears space, with her elbows really well, gets away with that a lot. But we've done a good job on her. Crozier, we just cannot let her go right. She is super determined, and then she's got that little fake crossover on the right side, and you can't fight on it. You got to stay in front of that right hand, and then we got to have help. When she does go left, it can't be a straight line drive, and we got to have some help. And then the second quarter here, besides the physicality of just not being able to deal with it a little bit, we've also had issues with offensive rebounds. And as I mentioned in the first quarter, if we give them 2, 3, 4 opportunities to score on a possession, they've got 3 college basketball players there that are collectively averaging 40 a game.
Right.
One of them is going to score.
Right.
So we cannot when you get a chance to rebound, you've got to get it and be strong with it. Value that defensive rebound like it's gold.
Well, I was looking, almost all 3 of them were shooting at about 50%, right? Allen was a little bit higher. The other 2 were just a little bit lower. So you do just the math there. If they get second shots, guess what? They're going to make one of the 2.
100%.
So it's
a numbers game, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to win if they have a tremendous amount of more shot attempts than we do. And right now, I would venture to say that they probably have twice as many.
Meanwhile, for the Lady Musketeers, Sydney Burton has 4, Addie Smith with 3, Honor with 2, Avery Smith with 6, and Bailey Robbins with 3. With just 4 threes and 3 twos and a half. Did not shoot a free throw in that first half, which that's been something. Even though we haven't shot great from the line, we've been able to get to the line pretty consistently, getting 15, 20 free throws most games, not getting a single free throw in that first half.
That's a little surprising, just from this perspective up here, but it is what it is, and and we have shot the ball well from three pretty good on the kickouts, and I think that we're finding a way to facilitate that. Is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to really look to get the ball into that middle of that zone, and then find a way to kick it out to people who are set up, ready to shoot, kick out threes. We've made some of those. We got people feeling it. We got to exploit that.
Right. Again, so yeah, Lanesville 8 of 13 from the line. And I don't think that always tells the story, but I've always looked when I've coached, it's, hey, I want to get the line 20 times. No, or 20. I want to get 20 free throws, 20 chances at 20 points, from the line nearly every game, and really regardless of the game, because that kind of dictates what we're doing offensively. That means we're attacking the rim. That means we're being strong with the ball. That means we're finishing strong instead of kind of loosey-goosey or just settling for jump shots. So, if we're not going to shoot 70-80%, then we got to supplement those points with some freebies. And for me, that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And to come away with a half with no free throws, that's tough. It's tough to win games against good teams that way.
Sure. And, that goes back, we talked about sometimes where I feel like the way the game has evolved, kids, it's psychological. If they go to the rack and they're aggressive and they get hammered and they don't get the call, do they keep doing it? Right. Or do they say, well, that ain't working, so I'm going to try to do a floater, or I'm going to try to kick it? And we just haven't been able to get rewarded when we have went to the rack. And that's just part of it. You got to have to find another way or keep going and hope at some point we're able to finish through some serious contact or we get the whistle.
Right. Well, right now, Lanesville's been averaging about 50 points a game, so they're well above their average. Eastern's been averaging in the low 40s, so we're about on target. I still think that Eastern, we'd like to play in the 50s and 60s, so I think we can look for some tempo opportunities, especially if we can control the rebound and just go. You said in that first quarter, they didn't do it as much in that second quarter, but they were jamming. If we can get that rebound and outlet and go and find some of our bigs running or getting our guards down the sideline, I think we can get some easy opportunities. Not to mention, I don't know that Allen's going to want to be able to run up down all day.
And I like that tempo. The problem in the second quarter is we were taking out of the net the whole time because we couldn't get up. We could not come up with defensive rebounds. Right. And that's just the key to this whole deal. When they miss, they cannot have that second or third or fourth chance because we're going to be taking it out of the net and then we can't run.
And, and for us, both, Burton and Bronner both with 3 fouls could be a factor in this game. Obviously, Allen's going to play with some physicality, so we've got to be able to find can we defend her and be physical with her without fouling, and that's a tough thing for a post player. I just as a player myself, it's you want to be physical, you want to make your presence known, but then again, you got to make sure that you're staying within the confines of the rules, or
make the second person gets caught.
Yeah.
And the veteran player is winning that because she's kind of figured out how to play physical, toe that line, and get away with it, and has been able to do it. Where Emma, she took that hit to the face, and I know that was stuck in her mind, and she just went a little too much on that box out, got her third foul like that.
And I will say we got to give hats off to Lanesville. They move the ball as well as anybody. They're going to keep moving the ball until they get a layup or a wide open shot. They've taken a couple contested shots, but they just keep moving it. Now, their other players haven't been able to knock anything down, but they've taken. We had several shots from James and Sayer and Agner, but Lanesville's been able to break our press pretty well and really just kind of been able to get the shot they want. That's kind of the disadvantage of playing a trapping zone, a trapping half court. If teams are good at this, they're going to find somebody's open. That's you're giving up that trap. You're going to leave somebody open, and Lanesville able to find that person again with that veteran presence. Starting 3 seniors and 4 juniors. These girls have played a lot of basketball and a lot of winning basketball.
Absolutely, and then again, those kids, you can tell they're shooting them with confidence, whether they're making them or not. And when you've got a good chance of getting those rebounds, why not shoot it?
Right.
Be confident to take that shot. So they're taking the open looks, and they're not making them. If they were making them, we'd be in big trouble.
Right.
But they know that Allen's probably going to get a hand on it. Crozier, Brumley, they're going to get a hand on it. And that goes back to most of those misses are air balls on the other side of the rim, get to that weak side, and dominate the weak side of the board.
And that's where Allen's, I think, been so effective is not, she maybe hasn't filled up the stat line offensive rebound-wise, but she gets a hand on stuff and is able to deflect it to a guard or deflect it to another person. At one time deflected if somebody got a layup. Just that 6'2" frame, just she's able to get her hand on about anything. And outside of Bronner, we just don't have the same size to match up with that.
Yeah, you're going to have to go use leverage. You got to get into her early. And again, it's about that positioning, reading the rebound, knowing where they come off. Like, so many are coming off on that weak side. I would sell out to the weak side. I'd get 3 people over there. Tom Izzo at Michigan State is, like, rebounding is his thing. Like, right. And so they actually keep track of rebound touches. Like, I don't think that they technically count as a rebound, right. But in their program it does. So, you know, Allen, if she was playing for Michigan State right now, she'd probably have like 30 rebounds, you know, because she gets a touch on every single one of them, too. So
Lanesville gets down the other end.
There's another offensive rebound.
They're going to get an offensive rebound.
And then Allen goes right.
Crozier's going to get to the baseline.
Crozier goes right.
Crozier gets to the baseline.
So the two things we talked about, offensive rebounds and not letting Crozier go right, they do right off the bat. It's tough to win like that.
Lanesville in that zone. Get the ball.
Kick it
more of a 2-3 look this time instead of a 1-1-3. Get Bracy Jackson for a 3. No good. Rebound Allen.
So we at least got a kick out there.
They weren't in that real 1-1. They really kind of stayed in the 2. Maybe trying to defend the high post a little bit more.
Yeah, they flattened it out. Once they quit trapping, they kind of flattened into a 2-3.
That's going to be steal there by Burton. A little post entry to Allen got taken away. Good read there. 33-18, favor the Eagles. Addie Smith's going to drive. She's going to try to go up over Allen. Allen gets a piece of it. I think it's a foul. They didn't call it. Crozier going the other way.
I mean, she
gets stopped there by Hunter.
To the offensive player. I know she's showing her hands, but she's stepping into the shooter.
Shot there by Brumley, no good. Rebound Eastern going the other way. Gets it into Avery Smith in the middle of the lane. Not going to be able to connect. Burton's going to get the offensive rebound. She's going to go up. It's going to be a foul there on Libby Sayer. I think that's going to be her third. Good rebound there by Sydney Burton and a putback. And Burton's going to go to the line for 2. And Eastern going back with Addie and Avery Smith. Bracy Jackson just probably more for some post defense. And then Burton and Hunter.
You got to make them.
Robinson's going to check into the game there for Jackson. That's going to be A.J. James checking in for Lanesville.
Again, like we talked about, you know, if you're attacking there and you're getting the contact, not getting really rewarded for it, maybe we just need to let it fly.
Burton unable to connect. Crozier, she gets all the way down to the lane. Nice little pass there to Allen.
All right.
Again, they can't wait to stop her at the volleyball line. They've got to get her make a decision elsewhere. 3-point line, free throw line. Robinson's going to fire for 3. No good.
Yes, head her off.
Going to be a rebound there by Magner.
Get her left. Here she comes again.
No, Brumley start. Crozier's going to pull up from the free throw line. No good. Ball out of bounds. Going to be Eastern basketball. Lanesville with a 17-point advantage. 6 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Addie Smith brings it up. Good. Tries to find Burton over the top.
It was there. You got to catch it. I'm sure feeling the presence of Allen makes you think a little bit. And
Eastern kind of in the full court press.
That's that psychological
Crozier down the sideline. She's going to find backdoor there for James. That diagonal pass gets an easy layup for James. The back of our press just gambled way too much and just gave up an open layup.
Yeah, this is a situation you just don't want to find yourself in with. Wow.
Hunter fires the 3. They're going to say it's blocked.
You just don't want to find yourself in a situation with Lanesville where you got to go spread the floor out because they're going to find people and turn it into offense.
Hunter's going to make a drive. She's going to be fouled there by Magner. They're going to say that that's on the ground. Hunter had a 3 there in the corner. Just a lot of contact on that shot.
Yeah, that's tough.
Gets it into Burton. Burton's going up against Allen. She spins back. A lot of contact there. They're
called it on 13.
Looks like they're going to get that on James. I think you could have flipped a coin on which one found her, but Burton's going to go line for 2. Again, 37-18, down 19. Again, we got to get this down to single digits. We got to make a little 10-0 run right here. Make Crozier give it up. Burton able to connect on that first one. Make Crozier give it up. Make somebody else make a play, and not just an easy layup. But make somebody else make a play.
I agree. Crozier's pretty much having her way with this. And as I said, if she's to her right, it's money. We've got to at least make her beat us left.
Burton able to connect on both. Allen down on the wing. Gets it to Crozier out top. Pulls up from the free throw line, and that's going to be good. Again, we gambled in the passing lane, which we got to have a little bit of that. There's Crozier getting a deflection there, and she's able to get a wide open look there from the lane. Burton on the wing. There to Honor, little handoff. Honor gets it back into Burton. Again, a nice pass there by Sydney Burton.
That's good. That was good offensive possession.
Avery kind of cut that backside. Avery's man left to go trap. She's left with a wide open layup. Allen gets it out. That's going to be the Magner. Magner to Crozier. Crozier's going to get it out to James. James fires for 3. No good. Good block out there by Trainer. You know, the small girl on the floor just doing a great job of blocking out. And they're going to get a foul there. That's going to be on 24. That's going to be on Magner. That's going to be her third.
Bailey did a real good job of boxing out and the ball actually hit the ground. She was on that weak side. You know, again, they've shot a lot of threes that have came off on that weak side as that show, and we got to get there and be ready to snatch it.
Yeah, let's get a good couple offensive possessions. Get the ball into Avery Smith there. There to Robbins. Robbins
inside out.
About a 3. She's going to pull up from the free throw line.
But
no
she
good.
Need to shoot the 3. Like she got the kick out. That's the 3 she probably shot a million times off the gun shooting machine, and it was clean. And just being indecisive there, thinking too much, just need to shoot the ball.
Eastern looking to press. It's going to be a steal there by Avery Smith.
That's the 3 we want.
It's going to be a scramble. Ends up on the floor. A couple players' bodies hit the floor. Good read there by Avery, and I think it ended up with Addie Smith. Tries to get it back to her sister, and the ball ends up on the ground. It's going to be Eastern ball on the jump ball. They get the ball into Trainer. Trainer on the wing, being guarded by Crozier. Over to Robbins. Gets a high post there to Avery Smith. She's going to go up. She's got a little turnaround against Allen. No good.
So that was that spin back. She's got to shoot the ball high. She's got to almost put that ball up there high, like she's trying to put it off the square. So kind of short-armed it, and that allowed Allen to maybe even get a finger on him. Put that over high.
Driving down the right side. She's going to get it over to Brumley. Brumley from the free throw line. That's good.
Too many great things happen when you let Crozier go right,
yep.
and for Lanesville.
Yep.
She either scores it or she draws everybody.
That time, they had 5 players on one side of the floor and just said, hey, go, and we let them do it.
And he just cannot go.
Gets it to Avery Smith, middle of the lane. She's going to put in a little 10-footer. And I think that shot's going to be open as much as we want it.
I like putting her there.
Good deflection there by Robbins. Ends up in the hands of Crozier, pulls up from the elbow. No good.
Thank you for seeing that.
That's going to be Allen. That's going to be Allen.
And chucked her down from behind. That was good that you're watching.
Burton trying to block out, and Allen. I don't know that was malicious. Just Allen's just that much bigger. And she came in.
I don't know how much of it is really malicious overall. I just think she's big and strong and physical, and just goes in there, and she's going to pretty much her presence is going to be known down there, and sometimes it gets rough, and a couple of those space shots that can't happen. And that's somebody going to the dentist.
That's going to be Lanesville's 5th foul. So with 2:46 to play, Burton's going to go to the line for 2. So here's a chance to get some easy points.
That's when you're down this much, you got to find a way to do this. You got to find a way to score the clock stopped, and then that does allow you to set your press up if you make both of them.
Again, just a little bit different where Lanesville got picked up their 5th foul. Eastern yet to been called for a foul this quarter.
So that's positive. We need to really exploit that in the next 2.5 minutes. Try to get as many opportunities as we can.
Steal by Trainer.
Struggling with their press a little.
Addie Smith for 3, no good. Again, but right there, Avery Smith was being held there on the block out there by Brumley, because I thought Avery was going to get that rebound. It ends up going the other way.
Yeah, that he pretty much wiped her off.
Ball ended up back in Burton's hands. That's going to be foul on Allen. Well, I thought that's her 3rd this time. Okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed a foul.
I'm not sure because she had 2 at the half. Not really sure. I thought she just got hurt. Didn't she just get the free foul?
That's what I had written down, but obviously I must have given it to somebody else or
That's interesting.
Burton able to cash in on the first one. Got this to 14. Second one, no good. Rebound, Crozier.
Got to make.
And Eastern able to trim the lead a little bit. 2.5 minutes to play. We got the James.
When we're pressing or trapping like this, we hopefully take advantage.
James to Brumley. Brumley pulls up from about 10 feet. Allen gets the offensive rebound.
Another one of those weak siders.
Back out to James. James to Crozier in the corner. She's going to fire for 3, and she's going to put one in.
Yeah, and she and Brumley, they get their feet set and have a clean look. I mean, they're complete.
Yeah, I think that's Crozier's first look from 3, but couldn't tell it. In the corner to Honor. Honor for 3. Good ball movement there by the Musketeers. And they're going to get Burton for a foul there. Again, I just think you're getting a little ticky-tacky there. I don't think that she was being blocked out very well. Burton tries to go around her, and they're going to get her for her 4th foul.
That's
official says that she was in her back, and
that's a disappointing one there for sure. Because considering that it's doesn't really add up with how the game's been called.
44-27, just under 2 minutes to play. Crozier able to break the press. She's going 3-on-1.
So fast to her right.
Gets the ball back to Crozier. Crozier's going to go back into the lane. She's going to no good from about 4 feet.
She's got to know she can get those foot down right where she catches the ball. It's like Smith. It's just faster. Baseball. Sorry for shoots. There. Again, she's on with this is so much nonsense. She's on her hands. She can't go. It was right in the one time. Thank you. Looking for honor. She is very
Planning to buy land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property lines? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860, providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
And we're back here, Lanesville High School. Eastern able to cut this lead to 14, minute 13 to play here in the third quarter. Going on a little bit of run, really just been able to get to the free throw line, 4 or 5 times, and be able to cash in and hit a 3. Avery had a couple nice middle drives. So
getting the ball in the middle of the floor, getting a couple passes where we get them scrambling, then we're able to get shots at the free throw line.
Lanesville able to break the press.
Oh wow!
They're going to get Honor there.
I don't disagree with it, but it doesn't fit on this painting.
It's a matter, and that's one thing as a coach, you just want consistency more than anything. And that's Brumley on the drive and
keep her left. Get on the right.
Crozier out top.
Yeah.
She's going to fake left, go back right. It's going to be out to Sayre. Sayre's going to be out. I'm sorry, that's Magner, right? My apologies. Gets it back to Crozier.
That was good. We got her left.
Crozier back.
And we got
That's going to be Sayre. No good. Offensive rebound there.
We got what we wanted there. We got Sayre to shoot it.
And 30 seconds to play.
Come up with a board.
Crozier out top, going one-on-one. We almost have a 5-second count there. Oh, wow. He didn't know what he was going to call there. Crozier getting all the way to the rim, kind of sideswipes Gracie Jackson and throws it up. So Crozier's going to get that one. They're going to get Jackson for her next foul. I think that's just her second. Crozier's going to go to the line for an and-one. He blew the whistle. I don't think he knew what he was going to call.
I mean, I don't disagree with the call, but again, it doesn't fit the painting.
Yep.
And it's like, maybe we'll Bob Ross it here and we'll put 3 on that. So,
my question was, I want to know what the count there to Crozier in that play prior to that wasn't going anywhere. Addie Smith, nice drive, gets into the lane. Avery Smith on the offensive rebound, puts it back up, going to get contact from behind. It looks like that's going to be on Brumley. Yeah, I think, Addie had Crozier, and I'm sitting there watching the guy count. She wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, but
that's going to be Avery Smith on the line for 2.
I hate to be that up here explaining, but it just, I mean, it's the view. I mean, it's tough to watch.
Well, they have definitely tightened up their calling in the second half. Things just been a little tighter. None of these would have been fouled first half.
No, they would not have. Keep her over there. Keep her over there. Don't let her come back.
Crozier's going to get it up. He gets into the right. He's going to get all the way to the rim. He's going to go all the way to the rim.
We got lucky there. She didn't get off in time, but
they're going to wave that off. 47-31 into the third quarter. We're going to cut the commercial break. We'll be back in the fourth quarter of this game.
And I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute. Hello and welcome to John Jones Auto Group, where we're ringing in the new year. Here at John Jones Auto Group, we're ready to help you achieve your New Year's resolution. New year, new you, new car. Tired of the troubles your old ride was giving you last year? Well, that was in the past. Make it a point to upgrade your vehicle and ride into the new year with something safe and dependable. We have one of the largest inventories in southern Indiana and several locations for you to shop from. Or you can see all of our vehicles online at johnjonsautogroup.com. Or give us a call today at 877-473-5546. Stop by and see us today in Salem, Scottsburg, Greenville, or Corydon. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
And we're back. Again, that quarter, Eastern just down 3 in that quarter, 16-13. So, doing some nice things, playing competitively. But really the story of this game has been that second quarter where Lanesville able to kind of do whatever they wanted for most of the quarter. You've had the first and third where we've been just right there with them. But we've got to be able to have our own quarter. We've got to be able to have our own where we can kind of control the pace and control all phases of the game, mostly on the glass. If we can, I think if we can do that, we're going to have a shot. But even down 16, I think we still got a shot. But we've got to control the glass, and we just cannot let Crozier do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I mean those are the 2 major keys as we talked about. The no second chance points. And make Crozier go left.
There'll be a skip pass there to Crozier.
And there's another weak side rebound.
Crozier missed the 3. Rebound there by Sayre. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound there by Allen.
Side.
And Allen's going to just run over Avery
that
Smith.
Should be 4 on Allen. We'll see if it is.
That should be 4. And that was.
I thought it would be her 5th.
I heard a fan yell that it was late. It was definitely a late call, but it was 100% the right call.
Kudos to Avery for sitting in there and taking that, because Allen's the train coming down the track.
But keep in mind, that was their third off. I mean, they had 2 offensive rebounds that play, so they're going to get their third shot at it. And it worked out for us, but again, you can't win basketball games that way.
So right now, Allen's on the bench. We got to make hay right now. I really think inside-out action, looking for our 3. But then again, we don't have Allen protecting the rim down there, so maybe getting to the rim.
Avery Smith gets it into the lane, gets out to Robbins for three, no good.
We got to capitalize while Allen's on the bench.
Crozier up the right side. She's going to go all the way to the rim. She's going to pull up by the volleyball line.
Again, just her right hand.
And again, just nobody stopped the ball. Nobody. She kind of gets all the way down there to the volleyball line. It's just too easy for her. She sees the floor very well.
So we got Brumley.
Avery Smith gets it in.
I like it inside out. Those are
on her great. No good.
Likewise, that's offensive. 100% offensive.
He doesn't know what he's going to call.
But he's going to call it on Bailey. But the offensive player initiated all the contact and shoved her down. Yeah, that's what I thought.
There was a rebound there by Lanesville, and Robbins comes up to guard, and she kind of swings the ball at her and puts Robbins on her back. They're going to get Robbins for that foul. I'm kind of with you. I think the offensive player creates 100% of that contact. Robbins sometimes is extra aggressive, but not that one. She was coming to jam just kind of like what we've seen all game. And Magner just put her on her butt,
She did. She wasn't doing anything different. What's happened? She had her hands up in the air, walled up, and the offensive player initiated the contact. And
ball gets up to Brumley, gets the Crozier in the middle. She's going to get all the way to the rim.
So easy there. I really think right now, you're down 20. Go ahead and put Burton back in while Allen's out, and maybe Sydney can have a little success.
Honor tries to get the ball into Avery Smith
while Allen's out of the game, and we got to attack
Avery in the middle of the paint.
Out action.
Gets it to Addie Smith. Addie for three, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds.
It is probably 3-point offense or get to the rim time. So looking for those kickouts or try to challenge Brumley on the block.
Aitcham falls back to their 1-2-2 zone. Lanesville gets the ball in the corner, tries to throw it into Brumley, throws it right over her head. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Eastern basketball. And Lanesville coach is saying, hey, slow down, calm down.
Right? Good move, but I like this. But, might as well roll the dice, and you're down 20. Sydney fouls out, she fouls out. But she might be able to get something done when Allen's out of the game.
Got to have some offense right here. Addie Smith bringing it up.
Sydney's got to be disciplined, though, and not
just nothing silly. Nothing silly. Robbins drives right, gets it to Burton. Burton over top to Addie Smith. Addie's going to drive left. She's going to get into the lane. They're going to get Brumley for a blocking foul right here.
So Lanesville players, when a call's made on them, they literally look at the officials and disbelief.
Yeah.
And that, to me, I'm a reader of body language.
Right.
And that tells me all I need to know.
Well, they know they get that call.
They've got away with that call all game, and so now they're like, why is that a foul? Because it's been happening all game.
Nice pass there. Gets from the inbound into Burton. Burton's going to connect. Crozier brings it up.
Got to keep her on that. Don't let her come back. No.
Crozier's going to get all the way down the lane. Dumps the pass off. They both get back to Crozier. No good. She finally
pivot out of that. Now push. We got an opportunity here. Let's go.
Burton on the rebound. Gets it out to Avery Smith. Going to bring it up. Gets it to Addie Smith. I think we got to play this emergency here.
Yeah, we got to be aggressive.
Robbins on the wing. Robbins baseline drive. Gets it over across to Honor. Honor's going to go up.
Okay.
She's going to go right through Brumley. They're going to get Brumley for a foul there.
Like I said, we got to make shots while the clock stops. Either get to the rim, lay up, or kick out three, or get to that foul line. That's good.
I had that as Brumley's fourth, but they're saying on the board it says her third. So
yeah,
again, you got a terrible stat keeper here, Sean. I don't know where you found this guy. Honor's able to connect on that first one.
Definitely struggling a little bit with that in that department.
Yeah. Eastern cuts this to 17, 51-34 with 5:15 to play. Again, I think this is where you got to find that. How do we play quickly? How do you play as quickly as you can without just being out of control? You got to be looking threes and layups. I think you don't have time to run 30 seconds off the clock. You got to be attacking the rim.
Especially with Allen out, you just got to be aggressive.
Ball into Crozier.
Keep her on this left side. Keep it over here.
Crozier Be ready to goes left. She's going to make a dump off there to Magner. Magner's going to make an easy bucket.
So we didn't rotate down at all and let Magner have an easy look. She had all day to shoot a six-footer.
Gets the ball into Burton. Burton gets doubled over to Avery Smith. She's able to kind of muscle her way around. Good finish, kind of finishes between two players. She's going to go line for and one. That foul's going to be on number 13, A.J. James. That's going to be Allen set the check back in. Avery Smith able to connect on that three-point play.
So now Allen's back in. She's got 4. We haven't really been able to draw fouls on her by taking it at her. We've got her. Most of the fouls have been either where she went at us and we've got an offensive foul on her, or they've been off the ball where we boxed her out really well. And I think that's probably what we're going to have to do is really be good off the ball with her.
Eastern down by 15. That's going to be Crozier driving left. She's going to get all the way to the rim.
She's straight lined at left. There's nobody over there.
And again, we got Crozier to give it up. I think that's where you just got to be careful. Don't let her get it back. Avery, middle of the paint. She's going to go up against Allen. Allen looks like she's got a piece of it.
Yeah, put it on the square high. Got to just put it up there high.
4 minutes to play. Crozier going the other way. Interesting. Several times on their break, it's like all 4 of their players run down the left side of the court, and it's just Crozier, do your thing. You know?
That's 100% accurate.
Good backdoor there.
100% accurate.
Crozier able to find
so fast with the ball, especially to her right side, and they just, again, you almost have to load it up on that right side over there.
That foul's going to be on Sydney Burton. That's going to be her 5th.
And that hurts, but you had to roll the dice. I mean, at that stage where the things were at, you didn't have any choice.
Brumley makes a nice backdoor cut, and Crozier able to find her. That's going to be Burton's 5th. On that backdoor, Burton kind of defenseless. She had her hands up and a lot of contact. I thought the foul was going to be on the person behind her, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. It's been a tough day from that perspective.
Brumley not able to connect. 19-point game. Finds Robin. Robin's going to fire for 3. No good. Rebound there for Brumley. Gets it out to Crozier. Fair to Brumley on the wing.
Again,
trying to get the ball down.
Good job of holding her ground, being physical, and trying to keep her above the volleyball line. Like we've talked about, we've done a good job on Allen overall.
They're going to get a foul there in the lane. Crozier was driving, but...
Well, Allen and Bracey are down here going at it. Bracey stood up a little bit. Allen went and initiated the contact. Bracey trying to hold her ground, and they called on Jackson. If you stay low and hold your ground and really show the refs that Allen's doing all the pushing, maybe you get the call. Maybe.
Good defense there by Bailey Robbins. They're trying to find Brumley on the inbound.
But I can't fault Bracey. She's all the girls that have had to guard Allen have had to work really hard, and they've done a good job of trying to keep her above
well, Bracey's given up 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah.
And just overall quite a bit of size. So Robbins off to Addie Smith. Addie drives baseline, pulls up from about 10. She's going to be able to put that one in.
Yeah, I think that's something Addie has done in the past, and she needs to look to do more. She's a lot of times just tries to get all the way to the rim, and she needs to look for a pull-up or maybe a little 2-foot floater. So she's just not always going to get that call.
Going to be a carry there.
And, I think today's an example. She hasn't got any of those.
A rare turnover there by Crozier. I think Crozier was going to try to get rid of it. Didn't like what she saw. We're going to cut to a quick commercial, and we will be right back.
We're the X's and O's. Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
And we're back here, Lady Musketeer basketball. Here's coming from Lanesville High School. Eastern down 17, 57-40 with just over 3 minutes to play. Again, it's kind of been 3 very different quarters. Eastern's really doing a nice job in that first and third quarter. Second quarter, not so much. And this fourth quarter, it's been pretty even. But we said if we're going to have a chance, we got to have a strong quarter. It can't be we can't play them even. We got to get a plus 10, plus 20 quarter to be able to get back into this game.
Yeah.
Addie gets the ball into Avery Smith in the high post.
Yeah,
kick out to Robbins,
and we got to make some of those.
Robbins for 3, no good. Offense rebound, Avery Smith gets it to Addie. Addie for 3, no good.
She's been short on her last 2 threes.
Rebound, Crozier.
Robbins was long, so but again, those kickouts at this stage, especially, that's been there for us all day.
Magner out top. Gets a high post there to Allen. And guarded by Jackson. Gets it back into Allen.
Likewise,
over to Magner. Magner for 3. That's going to be her first 3 of the game.
To her credit, she's kept shooting them. Keep putting them up there.
Addie's going to drive in there, shoot from the elbow, and she's going to get bumped on the shot.
She looked for a pull-up.
The contact was minor, but it was definitely right on the shot, right in her stride.
Yeah.
Addie's going to go to the line, too.
That's something, shoot when you have separation. She had some separation there. Was able to get the shot off the girl from behind her, fouled her. I think she finally learned a lesson about going and trying to take on Allen and down by the rim. That little gunshot, maybe.
Yeah. Addie's going to be able to connect on both of them. That's just 18, 2:16 to play. Eastern's still kind of up in their press. And if they can't, Robbins got a deflection.
Yeah, that's offensive.
That's going to be an offensive foul there. Brumley.
She was literally looking for the elbow to protect herself or create separation, whichever, and it was an offensive foul. And is that now 5 on Brumley?
I think that's her 5th. I thought I had her for the 4th last time.
We're just wishful thinking.
Unless I'm just writing these on the wrong people, but they're going to say 4. That's fine. We're going to trust the bookkeepers. Eastern
This guy coming off looking to kick and spin and kick.
Addie's going to drive, pulls up from a little 8-footer. No good. Rebound. Plainville. Crozier bring it up.
Yeah,
Crozier being guarded by Addie Smith. Crozier kicks over to James. James gets in top of the lane, gets it into Allen.
It's too deep.
Allen, again, you're right.
Yeah, we've done really well on it all game, but that's just too deep.
Again, she kind of just let her cut in front of her, and she's down there below the volleyball line. It's not going to happen. Meanwhile, the other end, Avery gets a little top of her free throw line jumper, no good.
Yeah, I mean, we're settling for those 2s at this stage. You just got to go 3-point offense. Whoa.
Down, top of the key. I think she got away with the travel. Okay, so they're going to get her for a travel. Definitely was the right call. Eastern down 20, 62-42 with minute 20 to play. Bronner's going to check in for Brayson Jackson. Again, this is kind of a driving kick. Unless you got a layup, I think you're going to take a layup and a wide open set 3.
Yeah, it's got to be, and you got to be urgent about it.
You know, Lanesville playing that zone just kind of cuts those opportunities away. Robbins fires for 3, they get a piece of it. Offense rebound there. Trainer, then she fires, no good. Avery Smith on the offensive rebound. She's able to put it back in.
Again, we're kind of settling for those 15-footers, and at this stage, probably several minutes ago, we just needed to hunk it up there.
A lot of contact there between Bronner and Allen.
Yeah, I'm afraid something crazy might happen there.
That's going to be James on the driving across the lane. Going to be fouled there by Bronner. Let's see if I'm right. That was 4th, I think. Okay, I'm right on that one. James going to go to the line for 2. they've been going at it pretty much the whole game. So, it's one thing. You like to see aggressive basketball. I like to see physical basketball. I just don't like to see cheap, and so you dance on that line a little bit,
It's tough. It's a fine line. It's a slippery slope with that. Like I said, for me, I don't mind it being physical as long as it's consistent.
Yep.
And as long as you protect.
Addie Smith's going to drive the other way.
You protect the shooters in particular. Like when somebody leaves their feet and they're trying to score the basketball, like they're vulnerable. They're focusing on scoring a basketball. And if somebody goes and just whacks them,
that's going to be 5 on Shelby Allen. Obviously, it's too little, too late. She was in defensive position. Official said she brought her hands down. Addie Smith able to get to the rim. She's going to go up against her. They're going to get her for a 5th foul. 33 seconds is not going to be a big difference in this game, but
she made her presence known quite a bit through this game. I mean, she wasn't able to score a lot. We did a good job defensively, but she definitely in other ways with her physicality. And like I said, in the Tom Izzo system of rebounding, she probably have 30, 40 rebounds because she's constantly getting at least on her offensive rebound.
Addie Smith able to connect from both. 30 seconds left to play. Lanesville Brumley brings it up, gets it over to Crozier. Crozier's going to get to the right side. She's going to get all the way to the rim. No good.
Yeah, she did.
They're going to get Jackson.
Drilled to just rip right, and as soon as she gets it, it's almost like I said, she's got it going right before she catches the ball, and that's how she's fast, and she's got that first step, and she just gets there whenever she wants.
That's going to be, she's got a great first step, right?
But some of that's anticipation that I kind of talked about earlier, like she's anticipating catching the ball, so she's already getting her stuff going that way, and then as soon as she gets it, it's gone. She's gone, and that's tough. That's hard to guard.
And one thing I noticed is when she gives it up, she's looking for it back.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's going to find a spot where she's ready to go, where she can catch and go. She's able to put that first free throw in.
100%. She's a fantastic player and knows what her strengths are, and does an amazing job. We're going to have to figure that out. Figure out how to solve that.
So for somebody who's just averaging 13 on the season, that's 32 for her.
So she has almost half her points, pretty much half her points.
Yep.
She's got an offensive rebound on a free throw. That drives me nuts as a coach.
Yep.
It shouldn't happen. It's just one of those things that drives you crazy.
Robbins on the drive. They're going to get a foul there. It's going to be on Libby Sayer, but that's going to be on number 12, Libby Sayer. 12 seconds to play. Eastern down 19. Robbins is going to go to the line for 2. First one is no good. This they're just a solid team all the way around.
Yeah, I mean they know how to win.
Yeah, the guard plays good. Allen's she's just a load on the inside. You can see why they won some of the games. That you look at that literally the last 3 years. It's 26 wins, 28 wins, 23 wins, and now with their 13th win of the season.
Absolutely. And when I'm up here painting a picture about calls and things like that, I want to make it very clear that's not why we lost. We have to make adjustments as players, and so that first quarter we were right there with them, and then they the second quarter they really imposed their physicality on us, and we did get the whistles, and we did not answer back, and so that's something that a young team has to figure out is how when another team turns their intensity up, you got to match it, right? And we didn't match it that second quarter, and that was really the difference in the game. Outside of the two keys that we talked about, trying to keep Crozier contained, especially keeping her left as much as possible, even though she can score it going up, and then the offensive rebounds that just killed us, plagued us. We got to get better with those two things in particular.
We're going for a quick commercial. We'll be right back with some final thoughts on today's game.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Well, some quick stats for you. For the Lanesville Eagles, Crozier ends up with a game-high 32. Again, just averaging 13 a game. Brumley with 16. Allen with 8. So we said that those three were averaging about 40 a game. They put in about 50, over 50. James adds 4, Magner adds 5. This game is two things, and we've said it a couple of times. Crozier was able to just do whatever she wanted, kind of whenever she wanted, and then Allen just probably the biggest thing for me, she just kept so many plays alive with that tip second chance or that rebound, and she creates a scenario where you have to contend with her inside, and we were able to do it in spurts, just not consistently for 40 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, they're the bookends, and when you got a really good, really exceptional point guard and a really exceptional big person like in there, I mean, they make everybody else better, and we had no answer for either one of them. I mean, we did a good job defending Allen, but we've got to do better on the board and figure out how to do that, because that was the other thing. The first quarter, we kept them to one shot, and then the second quarter, it turned into 2, 3, 4, 5 shots of possession, and they've just got 3 really talented players. One of them is going to score the basketball. The odds are not in your favor when you give them multiple opportunities on a possession, and that is the difference in the game.
And you look back to this game, the first quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter are all within one possession score-wise. It's that second quarter where they were able to go on that 10-0 run, and all of a sudden, I mean, I can remember the distinctly, and all of a sudden now they're up 12-14, and all of a sudden now we're playing catch-up, and it was totally a difference in the game. That second quarter, they end up beating us 13 in that quarter, and really every other quarter is a session, so big difference. Some positives, if you want to focus on that first, third, and fourth quarter, again, we held our own against a very, very talented basketball team, but, you got to play 32 minutes. You got to play 4 quarters, and
we struggled to do that. This year we really haven't done it. I don't know. Some of that is I talk about all the time. It's punching and counter punching, and we might come out and punch really good, and the other you got to expect it. Other team, a good team, is going to counter punch, and sometimes when we get counter punched, we don't adjust until it's too late. And then sometimes that counter punch, like the other night, Charlton had it. They didn't really figure out how to counter punch us until like maybe
3 minutes left in the game.
That fourth quarter, or the end of the third, and we just got back on our heels and we couldn't figure it out, and then we start scrambling and trying to. That's when we start trying to make those hero plays, those home run plays. Right. I thought we did a little better job of that today, and then we didn't start scrambling and trying to just, go be the hero. We still moved the ball and tried to get ourselves a decent look. We just.
I felt like couldn't connect today better than in the past 2 games. Our shot selection was good.
Much better.
We didn't shoot at an incredibly high percentage or anything like that. We shot better from 3, but we were shooting good shots. The second half, able to get to the line. Again, we mentioned the first half, not to just shoot a single free throw there in the second half. We spent quite a bit of time into the lane. I can total it up. Burton ends up with 11 points, Addie 12, Hunter 4, Avery 16, and Robin 3. We were able to get to the line. I'll total it up in the second half is just attacking the rim and being aggressive there and taking those easy buckets.
Yeah, I think this was probably one of our better, this game and the Charleston game, we've been more efficient offensively overall. I do feel like that in this game, there's just, to beat this team, we're going to need, we need some breaks, which we didn't really get. And then we're going to have to make our own breaks, or at least make some adjustments and try to make it more difficult for the couple things that they just dominated us in. We can't let those 2 players make Crozier in particular, and Brumley. I'm not just crediting. I mean, she's a tremendous player too, but Crozier and Allen in particular just make everybody out there better.
Out of 16 points I've ever seen.
I mean, she's just out there efficient,
but
making plays.
With the focus being so much on Crozier, she just kind of made the shot when she was given it to her. You know, created to Crozier, definitely. I would imagine 10 of her points were created by Crozier. And just be able to find Brumley on the good cuts and that kind of stuff. I did find that we were 14 of 20 from the line in the second half.
That's positive.
You know, that is a positive one. Just a little bit better ahead. But again, that's getting 20 free throws and a half is good for us. You know, you think you say ifs and all that kind of stuff, but you match that in the first half. And 14 points. Yeah. That's a whole different ball game. You're talking now. This is a 3-point game. It's a 4-point game.
We didn't get like the officials adjusted themselves. The second quarter was very, very physical to the point like we made some comments about people potentially getting their teeth knocked out and some things. I mean, it was pretty obvious, and you know, the officials adjusted and started tightening up a little bit, which is what you got to do because again, if your number one priority is safety, you can't let somebody get there and have to go to the dentist or have to go to the hospital because they got a broken nose because somebody's down there clearing out so aggressively with their elbows, and so they started cleaning it up a little bit, and you know, my grandfather always told me, you know, my Lowell Smith, Hall of Fame official, he always told me that, you know, when the officials, the kids will adjust. The kids and coaches, they may not like it, and they may tell you about it, and you got to have thick skin to be able to take it, but they will adjust. And so, as you know, as the official, you call it, and then they adjust to how you're calling the game. So if you just let it go, they're going to adjust, and they're going to be excessively physical and aggressive to the point that it toes that line. And then if you start calling it and calling the fouls, they'll adjust and they'll clean it up. And I really do believe that. Just from hearing it from him so much and seeing it all these years.
Well, looking ahead, the boys are going to be in action tonight. They're against at Paoli. That will not be on the air. Unfortunately, I have another commitment. But for the girls, looking ahead, next week we've got Scottsburg against Silver Creek, 2 Mid-Southern Conference games. Again, Scottsburg, hopefully we got a sour taste in our mouth from a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to be ready to go. The Christmas game did not count as a conference game, so this will be an actual conference game. I think we match up well against Scottsburg. I think we've got a great shot at that. And then turn around on Saturday and play Silver Creek, you know, one of the best teams in the area. Have our hands full. But again, if we want to be competitive and play against teams like Lanesville, Silver Creek is a great match for us.
You know, them, yes. And they're playing. You know, a good friend of mine, Brad Burton's on their staff, and he said that with their game with Corden, which was an 80-79 game, he said it might be the best game he's ever been a part of in his life. It was just unbelievable, efficient offense, just some really great play, and they're playing really well. Those two teams are going to duke it out again in the sectional, and you know, I mean, it was down to 1 point there. I think Corden had the lead late and kind of got away, and so yeah, I mean, but the Scottsburg game you bring up, I hope that we learn some things from that game the first time we played, and we make some good adjustments because that's a game that I'd like to. If I were the player, I'd want another shot because we did not play well at all in the first half, and then we played pretty well in the second half and had some chances to cut that thing down from 6 to whatever, and we let it get away.
Meanwhile, the final week of the season, not next week, the week after that, we will play Paoli. We are going to make up a game. Our Shaw game got canceled. We picked up Springs Valley on January 31st. That would be the week before the sectional. So we'll get just another chance to play. It's one of those things you don't have to make of those games, but it's always nice. At this point, we need the girls to play. We need them to play other teams, and Springs Valley was able to. I think they have a game canceled as well.
They have a couple. I think originally, the way the schedule was designed was to have that time off at the end for a couple reasons. Probably in case there's some conference snowouts, you leave that open. And also, if you play your season the way it's set up, then maybe let the kids have a little time to rest. But they got a lot of rest during that
last 3 weeks.
During this, so they really just need to play and get things going. And Valley will be a good test, and we're going to do a boy-girl doubleheader with that. There will not be a girls' JV game. Valley is down to like 10 or 11 players, and going into the tournament, they don't want to risk anyone in it, playing 5 JV kids. So we'll have the boys JV in the Ox Gym while the girls play the varsity game in the main gym at 6 o'clock, and then we'll turn around and have the boys play after the girls in the main gym following that, and that'll take the girls into the postseason, and the boys will move into February, the last month of their season.
That sounds fantastic. Well, it's been great. Again, a lot of positives today. Definitely room for improvement. This is a team we're probably going to see again come sectional time. A couple weeks left in the season. Coach Drury's going to have a plan to how to attack this. Lanesville on top 65-46 over Lady Musketeers. This is Sean Smith and Jake Johannesmeyer signing off. Lady Musketeer basketball here on WSLM.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. As the